Alright guys, here's me reading the test. Pre-Civil War test. Direction number 1, please please complete the questions below. It should say number 2, when done read AR. Number 1, what colony was labeled the Lost Colony? Roanoke, Jamestown, Plymouth, Georgia. 2, Jamestown was founded in what year? 1620, 1774, 1607, 1981. What were the two sides in the French and Indian War? France and Spain, Britain and Russia, France and Britain, US and Britain. Number 4. Who painted the propaganda poster used to depict the Boston Massacre? George Washington, Paul Revere, Thomas Jefferson, John Adams. What was considered the first battle of the Revolutionary War? Bunker Hill, Yorktown, Lexington, Boston. In what protest did the colonists dress as Mohawk Indians and throw tea into Boston Harbor? Boston Tea Party, Boston Massacre, Stamp Act, Tea Act. Number 7. What document told the colonists that they could not settle west of the Appalachians? French and Indian War, Quartering Act, Proclamation of 1763, Proclamation of Boston. Number 8. This law said colonists had to house soldiers in their houses in Boston. The Tea Act, Stamp Act, Sugar Act, and Quartering Act. This law put a tax on all printed material. Tea tax, Quartering Act, Stamp Act, Sugar Act. Number 10. The Boston Port Act closed the Port of New York, closed the Port of Boston, was part of the Quartering Act, was part of the Constitution. Number 11. The Sugar Act taxed all sugar and cake, molasses, candy, tea. 12. What city was the center of the Revolution? Boston, New York, Philadelphia, Charleston. Number 13. What was the first form of government established in the U.S. in 1619? Mayflower Compact, Virginia House of Burgesses, Constitution, Fundamental Orders of Connecticut. 14. What event occurred on March 5th, 1770, and was a political disaster for the British? Boston Tea Party, start of the Revolutionary War, Sugar Act, Boston Massacre. Number 15. What event in Boston led to the passing of the Intolerable Acts? Boston Tea Party, Boston Massacre, Boston Tea Party, I'll change that choice, the organization of the First Continental Congress. What key cash crop saved the Jamestown colony? Tobacco, squash, cotton, corn. Number 17. Paul Revere made his famous midnight ride to warn colonists of what? Troops should move out, British regulars are coming, go back to your homes, come to the Tea Party. 18. The First Continental Congress was organized to do what? Figure out what to do with the Intolerable Acts, start a war, to start a protest, to leave the Americas. 19. What year and day did the Revolutionary War start? April 29, 2001, July 4th, 1776, April 19th, 1775, January 13th, 1980. Number 20. The Township Acts did this. Closed the Port of Boston, repealed the Stamp Act, hurt the colonies, stopped colonists from going west of the Appalachian Mountains. Number 21. Native American group that supported the English during the French and Indian War. The Iroquois, the Sioux, the Wampanoag, or the Mohawk. 22. It should say known as the first casualty of the Boston Massacre. Paul Revere, Crispus Attucks, John Hancock, Captain Prescott. 23. This is a derogatory term used to describe a British soldier. Derogatory means bad. Yankees, red guys, the Red Army, lobsterbacks. Number 24. The Quartering Act did this. Helped enforce the Stamp Act, had a tax on all imported material, had to quarter British soldiers in homes in Boston. I will change the spelling there. Number 25. Commander of the Continental Army. Captain Prescott, George Washington, Paul Revere, John Hancock. That's the end of the test. When you're done, please open a book, read AR, you can push submit and um, you should see your test score immediately. Alrighty, thank you and good luck.